Hey, Bryce, it's Nick O'Neill with Leo Digital SEO. I do appreciate your time on the phone earlier, man. Sorry I caught you out there in the field. Know you're a bit busy. I had this video for you that's going to give you 3 points, and that's going to be content, backlinks, and citations. And then I'll show you the opportunity of taking these steps for your business. So I'm just going to send this, straight to your cell phone because I know you didn't have time. You're out there in the field. Didn't want to take up too much of your time again, like I said. So first things first is content. And generally, Google likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words on the home page, and that's depending on the competition and the number of keywords needed. If you're asking what a keyword is, Bryce, a keyword is anything someone might type into Google when they're looking for a particular service or product. So, in your content, you can place these keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website found for. For example, one of your keywords could be, epoxy coating OKC or epoxy coating Oklahoma City, powdered coating Oklahoma City, and things of that nature, right? Full chip system Oklahoma City, anything like that. That would be a keyword for you. I got your website in a word count over here, and we see that you're currently at 988 words. So you are going to want to get that up to 1,500 so that Google will consider your website an authority and start ranking you, right? We got your top competition, Epoxy Floors Oklahoma City. And we can go ahead and see just how well you stack up against them with the content on their homepage. And we see that they're at about 1,400 words. So yeah, you want to get that up to 1,500, but not just in and stop there. Go ahead and outdo them with 2,000 words of content so that you can get those keywords on there. I'm going to show you some examples of some keywords to go further in depth for that for you. So this is a tool I use and pay for monthly. It's Ahrefs, called Ahrefs. There are some free tools out there that you can use yourself, Bryce. This is just what I use. It gives me more in-depth data of websites and the competition's websites. So we got your top competition here. We can see some of the keywords that they're using. We can go and see exactly what keywords they are using and getting traffic from. So here would be an example of a keywords. These are all keywords right here. Stained concrete OKC specifically is getting 150 people to their 150 searches a month. And it has a keyword difficulty of 0. So that's 0 to 100. And that's going to be how easy or how hard it is to rank for that, right? And then your top competition's getting 19 people to their website for it, and they're ranked in the 3rd position. So these are just some more examples for you of those keywords that you can use. As you see, they have a bunch of them. So on to the second point that I got for you, Bryce, and that's going to be backlinks. Excuse me. Now, a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another. Or in this case, it's going to be one website linking back to, OKC Garage Force's website right here. And so these links, they act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google basically uses this to build trust, in your website and your business by seeing other websites vouch for it. The best way that I can put this is it's literally like a popularity contest where the person with the most websites getting, referred back to their website is going to win that. It's going to win that competition, right? By Google seeing other websites vouch for your website. So if we go in here to my tool Ahrefs, I've got OKC Garage Force in here as well. And we can see that you have 179 backlinks and 25 other websites referring back to your page, right? If we go to the top competition, Epoxy Floors Oklahoma City has 265 backlinks, and they've got 128 other websites referring back to their website, right? So they're beating you in that quote unquote popularity contest. If we wanted to take it a step further to say, well, if it's working for them, then why wouldn't it work for you, right, Bryce? And we go and see exactly what website specifically that they're getting links from. And so these would all be those websites right there. You go in, get a link back to your page. Of course, it's not just simple, right? But these are the websites that you would go in and get to vouch or link back to your page. I do want to point out that not all links are created equal, so it is worth noting to stay relevant to your industry, and local websites will work best. To further that point right there that I just said, this is domain rating. It's from 0 to 100. And so basically the best way I could put this is the higher the number, then the more power that Google is giving this website right here. And you want those high powered ones linking back to your website because then that transfers power back to your website, right? So you want to stay in those high powered ones. You don't want to go anything below 20, 25, right? You don't want any of these, they're not too good to have linking back to your website, right? Go even further, right? I see that you do have a lot of backlinks, but you don't have a lot of different websites. So you're getting a lot of links just from you got 28 here, 31 there, 27 there. Like you're getting a lot of links from just single websites, and you don't want to just have that. It's viewed a little bit as spammy, so you do want to get that referring domain up a little bit for you, right? It's a little spammy, and that could be why you're not pulling in as much traffic as you need to. So on to my last point that I have for you, Bryce, and that's going to be a citation. And now a citation, looking over here in this Google Map Pack section, is anywhere your business name, address, and phone number is exactly as it's shown here on this Google business page right here. And so these citations are, they help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since we do know that they generate huge amounts of revenue. Just to give an example of that, if someone put in epoxy flooring Oklahoma City, you'd want to be in this top 3 section right here, right? If a customer is putting that in, they're going to look at this top 3 section right here. They're not going to go to page 2 or page 3 or page 4, to go and get those companies to do services for them, right? If I remember correctly, you're ranked in the 9th or 8th spot. So you are going to want to get those reviews and those citations up. So those citations, to go further into that, are included in directories like Yelp, Angie's, Expertise, BBB, and there's hundreds of others you may have heard of. Social media accounts are great as well. To give you an example of that, if you have a Facebook business page, right? On that Facebook business page, you'd want to put your business name, address, and phone number exactly as it's shown right here on that Facebook business page, and that would count as one citation in Google's eyes, right? And so the idea is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet, because they constantly have bots crawling to see whose presence is felt most compared to the competitors, so that they know who to rank higher and refer to the customers. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you and your website. And once Google starts to see more often than these cats right here, then the more often it is likely that they're going to rank you above these competitors, right? So just to backtrack and go over what we went over, give you a summary. Once you get that content of 1,500 to 2,000 words, and you start putting those keywords in there that I talked about and showed you, right? And once you're starting to get those backlinks going back to OKC Garage Force's websites right here, you're starting to get them to vouch for you, and you're starting to win that quote unquote popularity contest. And last but not least, you're getting those citations up on this so you can start ranking higher in this map pack section. Well, let's look at why it might be so worth it, right? Epoxy Floors Oklahoma City, they are getting 72 people to their website monthly. Now, let's say that, you're getting 72, and that's all of those 3 points that we were talking about, right? Let's say that your website's getting 72 people to your website a month off of those 3 points that we talked about. Let's say only about 10% of those people decide to pick up the phone and call you for your services. So let's say only 10 people call you, and then your company closes out, half of that. And that's 5 new jobs at the very least for, these guys doing an average job. They're still getting in, 72 people to their website, but that's 5 new jobs a month, and that's revenue in your pocket. So I don't know what your profit margins are right now, but I can imagine that would generate some pretty decent revenue, and you can do a much better job than these cats right here. As you can see, there's also many more keywords, and they're using a lot more keywords than you are right now, but there's many more that you can use to start generating more traffic. So yeah, Bryce, I'm creating this video, man, in hopes that it will help you start generating more leads online, man. If you do find yourself wanting more, or, continue scaling as far as you want with the business, feel free to reach out and I can help you with some more information, or we can talk about the goals and I can do the research, find out exactly what could be realistic for the business and what it might take to reach those goals. I do just ask that you leave one line of feedback, Bryce. Whether something wasn't clear, whether something was great, or whether if you just had a question. Again, my name's Nick O'Neill, and feel free to reach out as my door is always open. You can hit me on my cell phone at 832-728-9003, which I'm going to be sending this to you from. And yeah, man, do appreciate your time for watching and hope that it helped. Have a blessed day, brother.